Texas is a land of immense scale. Its horizons stretch into infinity. Here, the sky is a vast and ever-changing canvas. Great plains roll like a slumbering sea, punctuated by the rugged silhouettes of ancient hills. It is a place defined by its sheer size, a testament to the raw power of nature. But within this grand theater, another world exists. It is a world often overlooked, hidden in the shadows of progress and prosperity. It is a frontier not of land, but of survival, inhabited by people living on the very edge of society. Their stories are etched into the landscape itself, as much a part of this place as the dust and the wind. These are the invisible inhabitants. They live in the liminal spaces where the city's concrete gives way to untamed earth. Their shelters are tucked beneath the sprawling arms of highway overpasses, or hidden within the dense thickets of mesquite and scrub that line the riverbanks. They are a part of the urban ecosystem, yet they remain unseen by the hurried world that rushes past them. Their presence is a quiet one, marked not by monuments but by the subtle traces of a life lived in constant motion. A faded blanket, a discarded water bottle, a path worn into the dirt, these are the signs of their enduring existence. Their world is governed by the same elemental forces that shape the land. The sun is both a source of life and a formidable adversary. The wind carries whispers of change, a coming storm, or the distant hum of a world they are no longer a part of. Each day is a careful negotiation with the environment. Finding shelter is not just about comfort. It is a critical act of survival against the relentless heat or the biting cold. Here, on this unseen frontier, life is stripped down to its most essential elements. It is a constant, quiet struggle played out against one of the world's most dramatic backdrops. We look closer at this hidden world, and we begin to see the incredible resilience required to endure it. The people who live here are not simply victims of circumstance. They are survivors, strategists, and stewards of their own fragile existence. They have learned to read the subtle language of the land. They understand the patterns of the weather and the secret places where water can be found. In their own quiet way, they have adapted to an environment that is as unforgiving as it is beautiful. Their journey is a profound testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. If you found this story compelling and want to see more in-depth explorations like this, please subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to share these important stories from the unseen frontiers of our world. The day begins not with an alarm, but with the first pale light of dawn. For a man named Elias, living in a lean-to of scavenged wood and tarp near the Trinity River, this is the most crucial time. The cool morning air offers a brief reprieve from the coming heat. He moves with a slow, deliberate purpose. Every action is measured, every resource conserved. The first task is always the same: checking his small cache of water. The plastic jugs are his most prized possession, the currency of his survival. Their weight tells him everything he needs to know about the day ahead. It determines how far he can travel, how much he can risk. As the sun climbs higher, the city awakens with a low, distant roar. But here on the edge, a different rhythm takes hold. It is a rhythm of cautious movement and careful observation. Elias watches a great blue heron stalk the shallow waters of the river. The bird stands perfectly still, a statue of patient focus, waiting for the precise moment to strike. He sees a reflection of his own life in this creature. Survival here is about patience. It is about knowing when to act and when to conserve one's energy. A wasted motion, a rash decision, can have serious consequences when you are living with so little. The afternoon brings the full force of the Texas sun. The heat radiates from the ground in shimmering waves. The air becomes thick and heavy, making every breath a conscious effort. Elias retreats to the shade of a large cottonwood tree, its leaves offering a dappled shield from the relentless glare. This is a time for stillness. The world seems to hold its breath. Even the insects fall silent in the crushing heat. He closes his eyes, not to sleep, but to listen. He listens to the rustle of the leaves, the distant call of a hawk, the gentle lapping of the river. These sounds are his companions in the long, silent hours. When dusk finally begins to settle, a new energy stirs. The oppressive heat begins to fade, replaced by a gentle, cooling breeze. This is the time for gathering. Elias ventures out to search for what the city has left behind. A discarded piece of fruit, a half-empty bottle of water, a piece of cardboard that can provide insulation against the cold ground. Each find is a small victory, a temporary reprieve from the constant uncertainty. As darkness falls, he returns to his shelter, the day's meager treasures held close. He prepares for the night, another cycle of survival complete, another day won. Life on the periphery is a delicate balance. It is a dance between human need and the unyielding forces of nature. Here, the line between thriving and merely surviving is incredibly thin. We see this in the life of a roadrunner, darting across the cracked earth. It is a master of its environment, perfectly adapted to the heat and the scarcity. It moves with incredible speed and efficiency, wasting no energy in its hunt for lizards and insects. Like the roadrunner, the people living here must also be masters of efficiency. They navigate a complex world with limited resources, their survival depending on their ingenuity and their deep understanding of their surroundings. Consider the armadillo, a creature of the twilight. It forages under the cover of dusk, its armored shell protecting it from predators. It is a solitary and resilient animal, moving through the undergrowth with a quiet determination. This same quiet determination is visible in those who live on the margins. They often move through the world unnoticed, their struggles hidden from view. Like the armadillo, they have developed their own forms of protection, a carefully chosen location for a shelter, a knowledge of which areas to avoid after dark, a community of trusted individuals. These are the shields they carry against a world that can be hostile and unpredictable. The balance is most fragile when it comes to the weather. A sudden thunderstorm can be both a blessing and a curse. The rain replenishes the earth and provides a rare chance to collect fresh water. But it can also turn a dry riverbed into a raging torrent in a matter of minutes. A flash flood can destroy a carefully constructed shelter and wash away precious belongings in an instant. The people here watch the skies with a mixture of hope and apprehension. They have learned to read the clouds, to feel the shift in the wind that signals a coming storm. Their survival depends on their ability to anticipate and react to these sudden changes. This constant negotiation with the elements fosters a profound connection to the natural world. Many who live this way speak of the wildlife not as distant creatures, but as neighbors. They observe the patterns of the migrating birds, the habits of the coyotes that roam the edges of the city, the slow and steady growth of the native plants. There is a sense of shared existence, a recognition that they are all part of the same intricate web of life. It is a relationship built on respect and a deep, unspoken understanding of the delicate balance that sustains them all in this harsh and beautiful land. Water is life. This is a universal truth, but here, its meaning is felt with an acute and daily intensity. The search for clean drinking water is a constant, pressing need. It dictates the rhythm of the day, the routes of travel, the very location of a temporary home. A public fountain, a charitable outreach van, a forgotten spigot behind a commercial building. These are the oases in a vast urban desert. The weight of the water carried in jugs and bottles is a physical manifestation of the burden of survival. It is a heavy, sloshing reminder of the fragility of life when its most basic necessity is not guaranteed. The wind is the unseen sculptor of this landscape. It carves the rock, shifts the sands, and bends the trees to its will. For those living without solid walls, The wind is a constant companion. It can be a gentle, cooling caress on a hot day, a welcome relief from the oppressive stillness. But it can also be a destructive force. A strong gust can tear through a makeshift shelter, scattering precious belongings and undoing hours of labor. The sound of the wind howling through the underpass becomes the soundtrack of a long and anxious night. It is the breath of the wild, a reminder of their exposure to the elements. Water and wind together create the most formidable challenges. A prolonged drought, driven by hot, dry winds, can make finding water nearly impossible. It dries up the creeks, withers the edible plants, and makes the heat unbearable. Conversely, a hurricane moving inland from the Gulf brings torrential rain and destructive gales. Those living in low-lying areas, along riverbanks and in drainage culverts, are the most vulnerable. They have nowhere to evacuate to, no sturdy walls to protect them from the deluge. They can only watch as the water rises, hoping their small foothold on the world is not washed away entirely. Yet there is also a strange poetry in these elemental forces. The sight of rain falling on the parched earth after a long drought is a moment of profound beauty and relief. The feel of a steady breeze after a day of suffocating heat can feel like a gift. Those who endure these conditions develop a unique relationship with the weather. They don't just experience it, they live within it. The wind and the water are not just meteorological phenomena. They are powerful characters in the ongoing story of their survival, shaping their lives in ways that are both challenging and, at times, unexpectedly beautiful. The Texas landscape is a canvas of stark contrasts. In the hill country, brilliant bluebonnets can carpet a field, creating a breathtaking sea of color. Yet, just a few feet away, the ground can be rocky and unforgiving, covered in sharp thorns and stinging nettles. This duality is a perfect metaphor for the human experience here. Moments of stunning beauty exist alongside constant, underlying hardship. A spectacular sunset, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple, might be viewed from the entrance of a cold, damp concrete tunnel. The beauty is real, but so is the struggle. This contrast is most pronounced at the boundary between the wild and the urban. From a hidden encampment in the brush, one can see the glittering skyline of a modern city. The towers of glass and steel rise into the sky, symbols of wealth, power, and a world of comfort that feels impossibly distant. At night, the city glows with a million lights, a beacon of a life that is just out of reach. The sound of traffic, the wail of a distant siren, the hum of the city's machinery, all serve as a constant reminder of the world from which they are excluded. It is a life lived in the shadow of abundance. Even the wildlife reflects this contrast. A majestic hawk may soar high above on the thermal currents, a picture of freedom and grace. Its hunting ground, however, is the median of a busy highway. Its prey, the small creatures that scurry between speeding cars. The natural world has adapted to the intrusions of the man-made one, finding ways to survive in these fragmented habitats. In the same way, the people on the margins find their own ways to adapt. They find moments of peace and natural beauty amidst the noise and decay of the urban fringe. The most powerful contrast, however, is the one between outer hardship and inner strength. A person may be dressed in worn, tattered clothing, their face etched with the lines of worry and fatigue. Their physical circumstances speak of poverty and neglect. Yet, in their eyes, one often finds a glint of unbroken spirit, a quiet dignity, a resilient resolve, a flicker of hope that refuses to be extinguished. This is the ultimate paradox, that in the places of greatest deprivation, one can find the most profound examples of human fortitude. The beauty is not just in the landscape, but in the spirit of those who endure it. As a new day dawns, the cycle begins again. The first light spills across the land, revealing the world in soft, gentle tones. For those who have made it through the night, the sunrise is more than just the start of a new day. It is a quiet victory. It is a confirmation of their own endurance. The warmth on the skin is a reassurance, a promise of life. In these early moments, before the world fully awakens, there is a profound sense of peace. It is a time for reflection, for gathering one's strength for the challenges that lie ahead. The world is still, and for a brief moment, everything seems possible. This resilience is not loud or demonstrative. It is a quiet internal fortitude. It is the strength to get up one more time, to walk one more mile, to face another day of uncertainty with unwavering resolve. It is visible in the careful way a woman tends to a small, makeshift garden she has planted in a patch of forgotten soil. It is heard in the soft-spoken words of encouragement shared between two friends huddling for warmth. These are not grand gestures, but they are monumental in their significance. They are acts of defiance against despair, affirmations of life in the face of overwhelming odds. Hope, in this world, is a precious and carefully guarded resource. It is not the grand hope for a dramatic change in fortune, but a more immediate and practical kind. It is the hope for a dry place to sleep, for a meal to ease the gnawing hunger, for a moment of human kindness. It is the hope that the coming day will be a little easier than the last. This hope is what fuels the will to continue. It is the invisible thread that connects one day to the next, a lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. It is found in the smallest of things: a friendly smile from a stranger, an unexpected find, the simple beauty of a bird in flight. The story of survival on the edges of Texas is, in the end, a story of the indomitable human spirit. It is a testament to the quiet strength that resides within us all. These individuals, often unseen and unheard, are not defined by their circumstances, but by their response to them. They endure the harshest of conditions with a dignity and grace that is humbling to witness. Their journey is a powerful reminder that even in the most challenging of environments, life persists. It adapts, it endures, and it finds a way not just to survive, but to hold on to the quiet, unshakable strength of the human heart.